Hello guys, and today I'm going to be starting a new series, and it's going to be January Chance Rumors. I'm going to try and do 12 episodes, and there's going to be 12 rumors for each episode. There's 144 rumors before January starts. And now it's December when I'm doing this, so I'm going to have a lot of work to do. But I hope I can succeed and do that. So let's get into the video. So first of all, we got Casemiro, who could leave to Manchester United because his wage is very low, so 43k a week. A lot of midfielders at Manchester United have his contract is expiring very soon, so Casemiro would be a decent signing. Now Jose Mourinho wants to make him one of his top paid players, and with around £200,000 a week. So I think he'll probably jump to the chance, considering that's 5 times more than his current contract. And he's a key player for a team that won 2 Champions Leagues in a row. 43k a week is not enough, and I think Manchester United are going to get him. I'm going to give him a good amount of money, and he will be a good sign. I just don't know if he really works in the system, and if Real Madrid want to sell him. He's probably going to cost around maybe even £100 million. I don't know. Money these days is crazy. But now I'm going to go to a transfer that's actually that is worse and more expensive, in my opinion, and only has a 5% chance of happening, in my opinion. It's Atletico Madrid potentially selling to Manchester United for £120 million because he signed a new deal. No, I don't know much about Saul. He's pretty similar. He could be replaced by Andrew Herrera, who I'm going to talk about later. But the thing is, Andrew Herrera can be on the free, and Saul can be 120 million. The only real difference between him, Santi Cazorla, who could be signed by Atletico Madrid, and maybe Juan Mata, who will also be signed by Atletico Madrid. I'm gonna mention Juan Mata in my next video because he's also been linked to Chinese League. Just Manchester United are gonna have a massive January, and maybe one of the players they'll sign is Saul. It'll be the icing to the cake if they make all of the signings that they want to do, and it will probably mean that they will have a great chance of catching up to Man City. Next up, we have Neymar from PSG to Real Madrid. Now, this also probably not going to happen, but he'll still be linked to the move. If I was Neymar, I'd just take a loan move to get some Cavani off of my mind, make some money, and win some trophies. Before the season ends, go back to PSG, win some leagues there, and shoot myself in the head if they win the Champions League and I'm on loan. So, yeah. I think if he's going to move, it's probably going to be a permanent deal, and it's probably going to be more money. But does he really want to be a hate figure of Barcelona? No. If Barcelona would probably get him, I know they'll probably get him, even though the rumors are saying no. It's just Real Madrid interested. I bet they would get him. They just can't afford that anymore. They've get absolutely dumb money into the Messi contract, just awarding him for all that loyalty. And I don't think he deserves that as a 31-year-old. But Barcelona also reliant on Lionel Messi. So yeah, I don't think they can get him. Real Madrid will leap towards the chance of getting Neymar. But is Neymar interested, and are PSG willing to sell a player they bought 6 months ago for £220 million? I don't think so. So next up we have Andrew Herrera, with a 25% chance of leaving to Atletico Madrid. That's 5 times more probable than Saul. And this is only my opinion. It's only my opinion. I'm not sure, but I think that can happen. So Manchester United, I think they want to get him a new contract. They're probably going to splash the cash for him to stay. They're going to need some more depth in the midfielders if they don't sign the transfer targets. So yeah, but Atletico Madrid will probably get him on a free because they're getting Diego Costa, and I'm not sure that he could just score goals on his own. You've got creative players like Yannick Carrasco in the squad. But they just need they need a player who will have a role like Xabi Alonso or something like that. they just need a player like that, and if they can, they'll probably turn around the season and maybe even finish higher than Real Madrid. So yeah, I can see it still happening. Maybe I just see it having a pretty good chance of it happening. Next up, we have Ozil to Manchester United. Now, I mentioned one Mata in the video, he could be leaving on a free. He's not going to be in the video though. I'm going to talk more about him in the next one. But Manchester United want Mesut Ozil, a different centre attacking midfielder. He's really good. He's just like he just doesn't really he's not really at his best attitude right now. Manchester United just beat Arsenal 3-1 away, so he's probably upset. He just wants to move to Man U now. 60% chance of it happening. Think they can pay the wage he wants. I think Manchester United wants him. He'll meet again with Jose Mourinho, and everything will be fine. There's a chance of him staying though, and that's if he stabs Arsene Wenger in the back and gets him sacked. But Arsenal have been matching all the board expectations, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So next up we have Alexis Sanchez, another player leaving from Arsenal. And if Arsenal don't win the Europa League and don't finish in top 4, a host of players will leave, like Petr Cech, Hector Bellerin, maybe even players just recently signed like Kolasinac. But Alexis Sanchez, does he really need to move to Man City? I don't know. Basically, every team in Europe has given up on him, but has Alexis Sanchez given up all teams in Europe? No. He might still move to Man U to still be with Mesut Ozil, if Mesut Ozil does manage to move. And I think he'll be a bad move for City. He will score goals, he will manage assists, but young players like Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling will having the best season ever. They're not going to get as much minutes. So, and even Gabriel Jesus won't, because Alexis Sanchez can play anywhere up front. He's a very good player, but I don't think Man City need him. There's still a chance that Manchester United could swoop in and get the deal, but I don't think they want him either. So I guess Alexis Sanchez is just stuck at Arsenal and he's very miserable. So now next up we have Alberto Moreno, who could leave to Napoli. One of the best players, Gulam, is injured. I'll talk more about him later. And they want Alberto Moreno at the club. Now, Liverpool, well, they're not playing Robertson for some reason. They're playing him, and he's been absolutely atrocious. Now, he was terrible against Seville, and when you move to a team like Napoli, there's going to be games where you play against clubs like Seville. Not the best teams in the world, but they're always tough opponents. So, I think Alberto Moreno will be a good player for Napoli. Just they won't be so reliant on him in the big games. That's all. He won't even be, not even the big games. Just the games are kind of important, or against a pretty good team. That's all. But I think this will be a good signing. They already wanted him in the summer. The £12 million deal was turned down. He could do a 6-month loan deal and be recalled by Liverpool so they can sell him once Goulam's on injured, but he's been linked to a team which I'll talk about later. And then Liverpool can sell him and maximize the amount of money they're making off of a pretty much useless left back. So this is a good deal for both Napoli and Liverpool. So next up we got Goulam, who has been recently injured. He got injured in a match against Manchester City, and Manchester United want him on a free deal. He looks like the long-term replacement for, remember Patrice Evra? Yeah, he's a free agent now, but he's the long-term replacement for Patrice Evra. It looked like Gouchard BM, he flopped. Danny Blind would back him up. He flopped, and then they put Ashley Young. Okay, he didn't flop too badly, but he was no Patrice Evra, that's for sure. And they tried Ashley Young, which was good, but he only looks like a short-term replacement. He's now 31, almost 32, I think. So he's slowly getting old. Goulam, he's given more chances than any other player so far in the Premier League, apart from Paul Pogba for Manchester United in the Serie A. So yeah, he's been really good, and that's despite him getting injured. And Pogba's also injured. So if two creative players like that, Manchester United will be really deadly. Not even mentioning Ozil, who's also very creative. So Manchester United have a good chance at managing good things next season. But that's until we hear about another rumor of a player whose contract is expiring and he could move. And that's Danny Blind, who could be linked to Fenerbahce. And if I was Danny Blind, I might do a loan move to Fenerbahce. If I was anybody, I would do a loan move to anybody as long as I win trophies and then come back with a fresh start. But I think Danny Blind should actually go there, on a loan, or well, you can't really do that if your contract expired. You can't loan a player who's a free agent. So this would be a good move for him, to be honest. And you fans, I don't want this to happen, but I would do it if I was him. I would get a lot of trophies and get game time at the same time. I would be winning bigger trophies with Manchester United and making more money. It's a tough decision, so I think Danny Blind, there's a good chance of him going to Fenerbahce, but it's probably going to stay at Man United for a couple more years because Ashley Young would be a good player for depth, but it seems pretty clear that Luke Shaw's going to leave, and I'll mention him in the next video as well. Next up we have Jack Butland, who's been linked to Borussia Dortmund. Now this could save the season because Borussia hasn't been so good, and Winfielder, he's been aging. Borussia had a great start, but it's slowly getting worse. He bottled that 4-0 lead against they had against Schalke, and then the 4-4. Schalke got so happy they made a shirt that said Derby Weiser, which means Derby winners. Yeah, that's what Borussia managed to do. Jack Butland is English and probably does speak a touch of German. And I don't think Dortmund are too interested in him. I don't think Jack Butland is too interested in Dortmund. That's why I don't see this really happening. But if Borussia Dortmund spots him, what if somebody just goes up to Peter Bosz and says, "What about Jack Butland?" He might just go him. So this is actually a rumor. It's just a rumor, so well, that's why I'm saying this. But you should never believe them. But it could happen. It could. And next up we got Harry Kane, who's been linked to Real Madrid. And now, if he wants to leave to Real Madrid, Tottenham looks screwed. He's been scoring a lot of goals. He's won 2 Golden Boots in the Premier League, and he's only 24 years old. Seems like the perfect Galactico for Real Madrid. One problem though. He's an English player, and let's remember all those English flops. The only player who's English and then also flopped was David Beckham. Yeah, that's all I can think of. So, Harry Kane, I don't think he'll be more deadly than Suarez. The only way he could do that is if he stays in the Premier League. He's going to have to leave though if he's still in a 100-player-week contract. Trust me, that's a lot. Some people would lose their thumb on that kind of contract. But Harry Kane is way too good for it. He's also going to want to win trophies. He's also just going to want that wage. So even if he does flop and become the next Michael Owen, he'll probably be happy. Next up we have our last deal of the episode, and I really hope this doesn't happen. Martial to Barcelona. There's a 10% chance of this happening, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I think I already said that in the video. It's my opinion, but it depends. Martial, when the Bellin's recently been injured, Barcelona also reliant on Messi, who's got the same contract. They also gave a big contract to Iniesta. And the defense is looking weaker and weaker. Jordi Alba's been in poor form, and they're still just gonna put Martial up front. I don't get it. I mean, what do they know? And they're still gonna put Martial up front in a player where Messi can, in a place where Messi can play, in a place where Ousmane Dembele can play, in a place where many good players that Barcelona have can play. Delafeu can play there. Delafeu can play there. But you know, Barcelona always do those dumb deals, and I think there's a good chance of that happening.